Welcome to Dylan Jr.'s Film Reviews. Today I'll be talking about why the DCEU needs help right now. So, the whole DCEU, this recent one, started with Man of Steel. And to me, Man of Steel was a good film, but could have been better. We could have gotten something a little bit better. Zack Snyder, not a terrible director. I love Watchmen, to be honest. And I liked his remake he did of Dawn of the Dead. And then he did Batman vs. Superman right after that. And that movie was not good. It could have been great. It was 4 different films in one. It had a Justice League setup movie. It was a Wonder Woman movie in there. There was a Batman movie. There was a Superman movie. There was a Superman sequel. There was a Doomsday thing. There was much going on, and it was just all everywhere. And then Suicide Squad came, and this is when I started getting a little bit worried for the DCU, because Suicide Squad, the trailer is phenomenal. The marketing was great. The album was good. Everything was good leading up to it. Everything. And the movie flopped in my mind. It was horrible. It was a music video all throughout. Joker was horrible. There was not a single, maybe 2 good things in that movie. And it really, really, really let me down. And then Wonder Woman came. And when Wonder Woman came, I was like, okay, maybe there's hope for Justice League. Hope for the DCU. And hope for Justice League, because DC, they do know how to make a good movie. And Wonder Woman was a good movie. And then Justice League happened, and there was a bunch of problems with Justice League. Lots of, I know the Zack Snyder tragedy, and the Superman mustache thing, and Batman. They got person wants to play Batman. Ben Affleck wants to segue out of everything and doesn't want to be Batman anymore. And there's a whole bunch of. It was plagued by all that, and I gotta say, Justice League was way better than I thought. Walking in, I was worried, to be honest. Walking in, I was like, it's hopefully. I felt like it's gonna be a Batman vs Superman, to be honest, because Batman vs Superman, it looked amazing. It had so much going up for it. It had so much hype, and it really went down. Justice League, so much hype, so much controversy, so much debacle, and debate going around, and I think it succeeded. In my mind, it's better than what everyone's saying. And if DCE was able to get Aquaman movie made, a Cyborg movie made all before this, a Flash movie made, we have a Superman movie, a Batman movie made all before this, we could have probably got Avengers, because they tried to cram all the backstories into a 2-hour movie, which is very stupid. What I hate is the Warner Brothers presidents and all that, and the board made it mandatory for Justice League for some odd reason. It had to be under 2 hours or 2 hours, and to be honest, I don't care what a movie's length is. If a movie's 3 hours, a movie is 3 hours. If a movie is an hour and 30 minutes, a movie is an hour and 30 minutes. It doesn't matter if it's, if it's the length doesn't matter. Length does not matter in film. Now, normally long films aren't that good. Most 3-hour movies aren't that, there's not a lot of them, but most of them aren't that good. it could have been good. From what I heard, the Zack Snyder cut, it had some crazy cool stuff. It had some Deathstroke, it had some Darkseid, it had some cool Flash stuff, it added stuff from Superman, the black suit was in it. Like, first of all, no, spoiler alert, Superman dies in Batman vs. Superman. And in the comic books, Superman comes back with his black suit. And they didn't do that at all. And first, another thing, Paramount, you could have had makeup and had put a beard on his face, on Henry Cavill's face. You could have done that with makeup, and it'd be a lot cheaper. Instead, you made Warner Brothers not shave their face and have that donut mouth Shrek face Henry Cavill on screen. And it was so distracting. And don't get me wrong, Henry Cavill did a really good job in the film, but it was distracting. And here's another thing with the DCU: none of the villains work. None of them. Maybe General Zod. Maybe General Zod. But Steppenwolf, generic. Ares, it was good up until the very end. And Doomsday, generic. Some CGI monster and CGI. And they just need to figure this out. Like they should have followed the Marvel formula, in my mind. The Marvel formula is you have solo movies all the way up to the team-up movie. Instead, to catch up with Marvel, because there's some thing where they gotta catch up with them, it's all business. But instead, they went right to Batman vs. Superman, and they should have done a Man of Steel sequel or a Batman movie. And people, just the studio heads at the Warner Brothers don't know what they're doing, because there's so many movies planned at the DCEU right now. Marvel has a system. They have phases. They have this all set up. They have all the directors lined up, all the actors lined up. Everything is like almost planned ahead. And DCEU is like, no, we're gonna do a Flash movie. Then we're gonna do a Deadshot movie. Then we're gonna do a Joker movie. Then another Joker movie. And then we're gonna do a Harley Quinn movie. And it's like, these are movies we don't need. We don't need them. What we need is an Aquaman movie, a Flash movie, a Shazam movie, Batman movie, Wonder Woman. We haven't Wonder Woman, but Man of Steel sequel. Where's our Man of Steel sequel? And to be honest, I think Zack Snyder's done. I think Ben Affleck is done. I hate to say it, Ben Affleck's like my favorite Batman. And I know it's a controversial thing to say. I know it's a weird thing to say, considering there's The Dark Knight out there, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of The Dark Knight. And don't hate me on that. But I think there is a good DCEU in there. If they just figure it out, they don't have to scrap everything. They scrap certain things, like Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor, like what were they thinking? They scrapped Zack Snyder. Sorry, but Zack Snyder, he doesn't know. He wants to make it too dark. DCEU is dark. The DCEU is dark. It's supposed to be dark. The comic books are dark, but it's so dark toward the point where you can't have fun in the movie. You are sitting there dreading it like Superman is, or dreading it like Batman is. But when Wonder Woman came around, you saw that little bit of lightness. And it was still dark, but you saw that little bit of light. Justice League, you saw that even more of the light. And I think they should just keep on moving forward. Even though they said they're going to try and wipe this quite clean with Flashpoint, which I think they shouldn't do just yet. And I think there's a good DCEU in there, and there has been a good DCEU in there from the Christopher Reeve Batman, the Michael Keaton Batman, the Christian Bale Batman. There's been good DC movies, and all you gotta do is use the formula that Marvel does. I mean, yes, it's copying, but that's what every cinematic universe is doing nowadays. Now, none of them are doing really good, but if you follow it exactly like Marvel did, you can get somewhere. You can make the money you want. Because I hate how people are saying Justice League is a bomb, even though it's made like $600 million. And I also feel that Zack Snyder doesn't really know what he's doing. He doesn't know how to make a concise story. He doesn't really know how to he knows how to do visuals, first of all. Watchmen, great visuals. Great visual indeed. Great story to my mind, but not other people's mind. He just knows how to, film. He's got a great cinematography, and DC, it's disappointing as a DC fan and a Marvel fan. Well, not just and a Marvel fan, but as a DC fan to see the movies fail. I'm not saying Justice League fail. I'm not saying Wonder Woman fail, but Man of Steel could have been better. Suicide Squad could have been better. If you would let the directors do what they want to do when filming, like Marvel does, like Taika Waititi with Thor Ragnarok, you can get somewhere. And the school, again, DC, they aren't bad. They aren't doing anything bad. It's just they don't know how to move forward. They don't know how to set plan. They don't know how to set it up. They don't know how to have a formula like Marvel. Do something. You could try and do something different. It's a little risky, but to be honest, the safe bet. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe.